Hello, so I am back after a few days. It's very obvious it's been a few days because I'm actually dressed up. I'm actually going out, but that's beside the point because it's not a proper vlog. It is now Wednesday. Monday, Tuesday, I spent tirelessly working on things to get ready for GPSR. I have a list. I'm actually going to be like talking. It's mainly a talking video. If you are here and you're just here for this video, absolutely fine, but I do studio vlogs like this, and I do sort of want to do a bit of a service for the small business industry because I feel like we're on our own. So first things first, if I haven't already said it in the video, I feel like the intro was a bit higgledy-piggledy, and then I went on and then there's a time lapse of me just typing. That's basically what I've done for 2 days. But I want to give a massive shout out to Joe from Up to Daisy. I will leave the link to the blog post in the description, and also to Ripley, Ripley from KCR. Is it KCR Ripley? It is KCR Ripley, and also KCR. I think it's just KCR. I will put their links in the description. Ripley did an amazing post when this was all coming about, when we were getting the information, and it was brilliant. It was absolutely fantastic. So I will also put that link in the description. Ripley's been a massive support, and they normally are for anything like this, but they've been a massive support for like everyone in the wider community, and it is amazing. Okay, so I'm going to try and split this down into the steps that I did. So first things first, I did a lot of research for my EU representative. It was reaching out to companies, seeing how low they can get it for me, how low it would be for my portfolio of like things of what I sell and what I want to sell, because I do want to break into sublimation this year, hopefully going into things like using DTF and things like that on pouches and stuff. So it was really important to me that I got like that included, and it wasn't locked to me only say 100 listings or 100 product types. So I did a lot of research, obviously with the things that obviously what I came to from this was my EU representative, which is going to be in the link in the description as well. It's not sponsored or anything. They seem to be the best for me, and I ended up paying around £165. It was $200 for the year. Full transparency, I did get my community to help me with this. For those of you who don't know, alongside being a small business owner, I'm also a content creator on Twitch, so I do have a community that was able to help me out with this, and this is the massive reason for why I wanted to sell back to the EU. I worked out alongside doing my research how much money I'm missing out on a year and how that's going to grow, and as I am growing as a content creator, people are going to want to buy from Lelly Bean Studio. So that was the first thing that I did. When I signed up and I paid and I did the backwards and forwards, I got a load of information from my representative. I'm going to say RP for a while, or responsible person is what I mean by that. And they sent me a template. They also sent me 2 information. So one was the labelling format, and then the second one was basically an abridged version of everything that I already knew. So the first thing that I had to do was list all of my materials that I use and devise a batch code format. So for me personally, this may not be the same for everyone. What I have decided to do is go through my whole portfolio of what I use. Not portfolio, it's the wrong word, but the whole material setup, what I use, and I checked every single batch code of what I have in-house currently. Now fortunately I wrote all these down. I write them down as they come in, but I hadn't got them into one document, so I made them all into one spreadsheet. And what I will do for any other materials that I replace, say for instance I replace my vinyl, my sticker paper, or my laminating vinyl, I will check the batch code matches what I already have. If it doesn't, it gets a new batch number. So let's say for instance my vinyl sticker paper, I get this from HTV Run. I've been very, like, I haven't done a materials setup video, and if people want another sit down video after this because it's a lot of information, I will do it. But I I take that is my vinyl sticker paper, or VSP, and then the dash, I will put a dash and then a 3-letter code. I'm using numbers just for me. So at the moment I'm on batch 01001. If that changes, if the batch code changes that material, that will become 002. That is how I'm doing it, only because I have so many different materials that are the same batch codes that it will make sense for me to do that. So I've done all that. I've gone through all my materials for things that I will make in-house. For things that I get manufactured, they will get a batch code, like a batch code that's different, because it will be the batch from what I ordered. So the biggest thing to learn from this is your like when you get it, it talks about a lot in the GPSR about, it talks about manufacturer. As soon as a product comes into my studio and I'm sending it out, I am the manufacturer. It doesn't matter who the supplier is separate. So you need to know that anybody, like if you are a small business that's looking to sell in the EU, as soon as you do that, unless you are completely reselling something that is like if you are completely reselling something that's exactly the same and you're not changing anything to it, like not putting any packaging or anything on it, you become the manufacturer. That is one thing that my responsible person has said to me, that I am the manufacturer for everything. Even if I order it from China, the location is from me, from my studio. So I've done that. I then looked at where I currently sell to, because this will help me build my technical file. And I've worked out I sell currently to the Netherlands, to Sweden, to Belgium, to France and Germany. So those are my five plus English, 6 countries that to locate, like languages that I need to currently have on my technical file for my product safety information. So I then have to work out the safety risks of the products, including mitigating factors. Now this is a funny one, because I sell stickers and you might not think that there are risks to stickers, but after a lot of research, I've worked out that they're flammable, so I need to put that on there. Because of small parts, they are a choking hazard, so I need to restrict that to above 3s. Also there is like things like paper cuts can be on there, but you have to make sure that it is clearly labelled that they are for decorative and craft purposes only. So you can put on there like recyclable. I have put recyclable on there because that will help for a lot of EU countries, but I made sure I've got the right pictograms and things like that. So this is an example of what my label looks like, and I've done it for every single country that I sell into. I haven't made any of the labels yet, but this I am going to be putting on the packaging of my stickers. So it won't go on. Let's grab a sticker that I have ready earlier. There's clearly not enough, there's clearly not enough room on this sticker for me to put that information, but I do wrap all my stickers in cellophane, but not cellophane bags, or like eco-friendly bags, or they go in little glassine bags because that's recyclable. So that information will go on here. Now the other thing that you have to do is, alongside building your technical file and working out mitigating factors, that's all into your technical file, is you also have to make sure that you list on the listing your address and also your responsible person's address, but that also needs to be in the mail somewhere. So what I've done on Shopify, you can update your packing slip. I don't put packing slips in because I don't want an extra bit of paper for people to just chuck away. I do everything digitally. However, for anyone that's ordering from the EU, I've got my name and address on the bottom, but I've also devised a label that I can stick on the packaging as well. So that's it. So I then from there have built my technical file. Now I'm not going to share my technical file or my template because that is something that I've paid for from my responsible person. But if anybody wants to reach out to me, I will answer questions and things like that. I did ask on Instagram if anybody had any questions. I haven't had any questions come through from Instagram other than do you have to still comply to Lucid or things like that. Anything like Lucid or anything is completely separate and you have to deal with that in your own way. This is just for GPSR. An extra tip that I will say is, if you, like me, are a small business and you make everything yourself, like in-house, or you've just started getting things in to make and you haven't given everything a unique product identifier or an SKU or a SKU or whatever you want to call it, or stock keeping unit, do it, because that is the other thing. So the reason why we've got to do this is, and why you've got a responsible person is if something goes wrong, they hold your file for them to go in, well, this is the risk assessment, this is what is on the packaging, this is what's displayed, but you need to be able to do the paper trail. So, for example, I know that I have used, from what I'm doing from the batch code, I have used a specific material from a specific batch. That's mine. And then I know what SKUs I have used from that batch. So on Shopify, I've got the SKUs, I can search for the SKUs, that's easy. But then I've also got a spreadsheet which batch materials I use for each SKU. So for example, my die cut stickers, I use, we'll go back to Mr. Frog because that's what I've got here. I used vinyl sticker paper for this, and I also used vinyl laminate for the sparkles. So it will have 2 batch codes, and that is on my spreadsheet. So if for whatever reason anything goes wrong, I know that that's the material that I used and this is the batch that it's from. I have made these batch labels. I'm going to be handwriting these because I don't sell enough, but the batch codes will represent the materials. Now, I need to caveat all of this information with, this is what my last 2 days have been. I don't have all the information. I don't know, but if anybody does want to reach out to me on Instagram. I'm on Discord. If anybody wants, if there's anything that I can do to help, like say you've got a couple of UU customers, I don't mind becoming like a reseller or anything like that of your products so that we can do it that way. But in any case, anyone, I hope this is giving you a little bit of an insight. For anyone that is watching this that is part of like the crew that normally watches my vlogs, I'm coming back to the EU. I'm hoping to do a little launch the 1st of March. I will be putting up some of my emotes for stickers, so like some of these will be for stickers, and then I also have a bunch of Sparklefish x Lelly Bean stuff to go up on the website as well, so it's all come at a good time. But I'm coming back for you, baby. I'm coming back for you. Okay, friends, I will see you next time. Keep living that big happy adventure. Stay positive, and until next time, I'll see you then. Bye, guys. Bye, bye.